How's it going, everyone? Your boy Corey, aka Crasher, here with a new video, and ladies and gentlemen, I want to open up a very interesting discussion with you guys revolving around Pokemon leaks. Now, this right here stems from a Twitter thread that Cerebi webmaster Joe Merrick made on the matter. We're going to be talking about that as well, so without further ado, let's begin with the video. So we ourselves the following from Joe Merrick. So, we do need to talk about the problem that not just Pokemon is facing, but gaming in general. Leaks. It's happening so much across the board, but the issue is that while people spoiling themselves with it is fine, people who don't want to see things are getting them too. So to interject here, I definitely agree with and understand the frustrations people go through when it comes to Pokemon leaks spoiling them the second they go online, whether it's to Twitter or YouTube, and they get spoiled unknowingly. This is something that I definitely can get behind, as I have personally seen many instances where certain creators have put spoilers in their thumbnails, titles, etc. just to gain more from the system. I have done leaks coverage myself, but with extreme measures taken, such as a vague title, blurred or pixelated thumbnails, and also a vague description that doesn't spoil details. Personally speaking, if you are careful about covering spoilers content and you are vague about it and give spoilers warnings for those who accidentally clicked and they have time to back out, I don't see an issue with it, but that's just my own opinion. Let's continue. This is being done through algorithms on socials or just people not being considerate. People just post them without warning, put them in thumbnails, and algorithms push it to everyone. I've had so many people come to me say they got spoiled by just opening Twitter/YouTube. So this here kind of reiterates the point I had just made about how people can't even go online and not risk being spoiled without warning. It is definitely not considerate when you are just spoiling things outright for gain and for growth. Twitter also has a system where you can label imagery as sensitive content, so that way if your followers who don't want to be spoiled come across your tweets on their timeline, they won't be spoiled as the imagery will be blurred and labeled accordingly. Now, that doesn't quite control what the text reads on those tweets, as those can't be obscured, so the possibility to be spoiled can still happen. Also, people need to consider how it affects things in terms of people who work at companies. People who spend so much time on something and then it's posted out, not on their terms, just for people to get a bit of clout. Companies restructure to avoid leaks too, so jobs get lost. Now this is where I sort of have a bit of friction here with this thread. Let me explain. I want to address two things here. Number one, the marketing, and number two, the data scrubbing. The marketing for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is subpar at best and downright a drag at worst. If you are familiar with how Pokemon Sun and Moon were marketed, you are getting news at a pretty frequent pace, whether it's a trailer or scans or some other type of official information. Pokemon Sword and Shield had less marketing, but still had an okay pace, especially when things picked up towards release date. Here we are in July, and we only had 2 trailers for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We don't even know the region name yet, and we only have seen 8 Pokemon revealed and a few main characters. In May of 2016, we had Alola revealed to us, and in June of 2019, we had Galar revealed to us. Now, there could be lots of reasons as to why the marketing seems so scarce these days, but I have had fleeting thoughts that one of the biggest reasons why there's an issue with these leaks is because of the lack of marketing and people are starved for information. I can understand that as well. It doesn't change the facts that people who are leaking and talking about this should tag their content heavily and have proper measures so that way people who accidentally come across it won't be spoiled if they navigate away. The second thing is data scrubbing. Now, let me bring you all a huge example of a massive wave of spoilers that got unleashed when there was the whole Sun and Moon data mine. That happened because there was leftover data on the Sun and Moon demo, and since it didn't get scrubbed and data miners got into reverse engineering all of the data, that is what caused a massive amount of leaks to be spread. And even now, there are examples of leftover data not being scrubbed, and that leads to the leaks spreading and thus causing this issue in the community. Maybe if the developers were not only more careful about the data left behind in previous games that can be reverse engineered and spoil future content, but if the company would be a little more about marketing the games, there probably wouldn't be the problem with the leaks, at least as not as widespread as this. Things that would make huge waves when revealed, should they leak or get teased, will just go down a bit quiet with people going, oh, the leak was right, rather than, holy crap, this is wild. Be considerate of others. And he is right. Be considerate of others. Sadly, consideration, especially from certain PokeTubers, is something of a rarity these days. I also want to bring up that getting spoiled versus getting caught off guard with sudden official reveals are two different animals, and I'd personally rather the latter. But I can also understand the starvation people have when it comes to wanting even an inkling of new info that Pokemon seemingly refuses to give us. Now, these are just my own thoughts and opinions on the matter. What do you guys think? And that's going to be it here for the video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, people, and I'll see you next time.